Jay's in the building. J and J. J-A-Y, J-A-E, right?
J-A-E.
That's what I do. This is what I do. Like, oh, I don't know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What's up, y'all? It's Peak 22, and I got Jay with it. What's up? What's going on?
What up, y'all?
We got some guests today, Jay got to connect, and she hired out a couple of players from the East Coast. I didn't track all that cool, but we got Ross Life and Coda Building, Gold Mile Podcast. What's up, y'all?
What's going on, man?
What's up,
thank y'all
fellas?
for having us, man. Thank y'all for having us.
Hey, why don't you introduce
Y'all ready to talk about some life topics?
Let's get it. Let's get it.
So this first topic. So this is Jay. Me and Jay, we talk all the time. You know what I'm saying? So this is something she came up with, and this is mainly for the fellas. If a man don't want you, why won't he let you go so somebody else can love you instead? This is the words of Jay. This is what a lot of fellas do. So they hold on to women and they don't want to commit, but they also don't want the woman to commit to somebody else. So, man, y'all take over, man. What's y'all opinion on that?
Why y'all be trying to keep the foot in the door even when you don't want them? You say you want them, but y'all don't want to do right by them. But you just can't get it together. What's that about?
No, that ain't what's going on with me. I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this: my foot ain't gonna be just in the door. I'm not that kind of man that just want one and have another one hanging on. Like, I'm selfish with mine. You gonna be with me and only me. And if that don't work out, then hey, move on and I'm on to the next. I'm not trying to hold two on right there. That just ain't my style. Now, if there's some guys out there that's doing that, you know what? I'm not gonna take it to what I really want to say about those guys that's on them like that. But I mean, that to me, you just ain't got no game if you're gonna do something like that.
I feel like it's two ways, man, because you can't keep nobody that don't want to get kept. So if a man or a woman is saying that they're in a position that somebody just won't let them go and they can't move on with it, yeah, that's crazy. You can't. They're choosing to stay stuck. And this is what I'll say. This is just from like my opinion or whatever, that whoever is not letting go, right? That other person that's seemingly stuck is providing something that whatever they're chasing, they ain't getting it. I don't know what it is. It could be anything, but they're providing it, and they might unconsciously like providing it. They like being stuck. You can't just keep somebody that ain't trying to hang around, man.
My thoughts. These are just my thoughts. So you have selfish men, right, who want their cake and want to eat it too. And then you have women who are like, okay, but I see the potential in him. He could be a good guy if he would do this, or he would be a good guy if he could drop them and understand what he's got over here. And so when we had this conversation, it was me and a few of my girlfriends. I have a friend who's going through this situation right now. That's why we were talking about it. And I asked her, why don't you just cut him off? And she's like, I have found every way to cut him off. I block him on everything. He comes back. I move around. Like, he always finds where I'm at. He don't want to let me go. But then when he's got me, he don't want to act right. I'm like, it's because I feel in my mind, you men know when you got a good thing, but y'all selfishness gets in the way sometimes.
Oh, really?
And so because the selfishness gets in the way sometimes, you want to have your people and your cake and your ice cream on the side too. That's just my opinion. Hendo, what are your thoughts, Hendo?
Hey, here's the thing. So a man can't hold on to something that ain't his. So he ain't married to her for once. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. So if a woman wants to sit there and be that wing woman and sit there and put up with it, she knows what's going on. Here's the thing. You can't sit and play victim when you know what's going on. Here's the thing what women do. Women have a tendency to put on the blinders. They know what's going on. They don't want to believe it. But for some reason, they got faith. But you know what I'm saying? The answer's right there in their face. Obviously, what's going on. Now, let me tell you something. That a guy sit there and he can play that game. He gonna keep playing it. He'll keep playing it and keep playing it till all respect is lost, and you're not gonna gain it back. So the thing is, he gonna always have you on that hook, like, hey, you mine. I'm not gonna commit to you. I'm gonna do what I want to do, but I don't want you nobody else. And a lot of women fall into that category and they accept that. They say they don't want it, but they actually say otherwise because they still entertaining them. So you're not being like, I think what y'all said, you're not being hooked. It's like stuck. But they still entertain it. And a lot of women do it and they complain about it. Why is that? You're not stuck.
Maybe it is because they see the potential in that person. Like,
you trying to fix somebody.
No.
You
trying
wanna
to fix somebody.
You
Okay.
need a job in construction. You trying to fix somebody. You need to go, okay. You need to be a mechanic or something. Like, that potential, like you gotta do just like everything else in life, you gotta put that on the scale. The pros and cons. They can have all the potential in the world, but if that's all they got is potential, you gotta pull the brake somewhere.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, let's not act like women ain't got their own little personal best friend out there.
I knew it. I knew you was gonna come and say it.
I mean, let's just be real. Y'all done friend zone a whole lot of one. You keep them going right there for that exact same reason. Because, hey, man, tell me that ain't what's going on.
Hey, you know what? I was just saying that women friend zone the wrong guys. They go after guys they can't have. Don't want them. But the guys that will respect them, they like the disrespect. They just
You're so nice. You just that nice one. I don't want to ruin my friendship.
You know what a woman told me today? I brought this up. I was in the shop this morning. I got off work. We shooting it up. We shooting the shit. A woman told me, a woman loves when a man is demanding the man talks like that. I said, you can put your foot down, but goddamn, you ain't got to be like disrespected all the time. Like some women, the way they view respect and their definition of respect is so weird nowadays, like crazy. They accept some of the worst. And friend zone, like y'all said, the motherfuckers that's gonna treat them right, they get friend zone. In the box, they wrap your way, your ass over there in the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you feel that is?
Why is that? Are you asking me or are you asking Jay?
I'm asking all y'all. Why do y'all feel that is? We have 3 men. Let's hear the 3 different opinions.
I mean, personally, I don't know. I mean, I do security and I see craziness like that all the time. And when I be in the club, I see the girls come in with their friend who they know they're going to use him to buy the drinks for the guy that they really want. And I see that every day I work in the club. And personally, I think it's just the attention. They like the intention, And it might be vice versa the same for the guy. The guy that wants to keep a girl around, he might like that attention, man. Because guys like to feel good too. They like to feel wanted, and so that's probably what's going on right now.
Well, women these days, and y'all know how the dating world is. Women not used to respect, so the disrespect is the norm. So if you got a guy coming on some respectful shit, like old school stuff, you know what I'm saying? They ain't used to that. They used to the disrespect, because the disrespect had them like, oh hey. The respect had them like, you get them like, why you bother me? And
exactly.
Today's society, like, you looking like, damn, like this motherfucker over here was rude as hell, and she entertained the hell out of him, motherfucker. But you come respect, hey man, how you doing? You smell good. What perfume is that you wearing? They look like, you know what I'm saying? And they used to disrespect. The disrespect is the norm today. That's what a lot of women are used to, disrespect.
Exactly. Nobody's commanding respect no more, and the disrespect is the normal, is common, right? And my personal opinion on the whole thing, though, is just from hearing chatter and entertaining different conversations and stuff like that. What I've gathered is that a good girl, a good guy, stable, respectful, dependable, reliable, all of that good stuff, right? The things that people say they want in a relationship, right? Loyalty, that somebody's willing to dedicate that time, the whole 9, right? That, from what I gather, has become boring. right? It's not exciting because people fail to realize that when you're looking on social media and you're looking at all of these fancy trips, these great posts, that's all you're seeing is the good. They're not going to post the horrible, horrific times, right? So we're getting fed this facade of what life is really like,
Yeah.
right? And so a lot of people that provide that type of lifestyle, like they might be doing this or doing that, and it's social media's made it so easy to just jump to the next thing that there's really not a demand for respect, not a demand for loyalty, not a demand for, commitment. You know what I mean? Because you can go on any page. You can go on any page and see any girl. She don't even have to be a dime. She can be like a good strong 6. There's gonna be 100 dudes telling her how tough she is.
Trust me, dog.
Same thing for a dude. So
You lower than a 6, dog.
so like the demand ain't there, like, and like I said, good guy, like my man right there, that's a good straight up dude, right? But it's not exciting to a lot of people just looking for the wrong things out of life.
Man, you hit it right on the head. I'm gonna say something there because I'm gonna read this comments by Jason. He made 2 comments. Women believe that they hear, and men believe what they see. That's why women will always wear makeup and men will always lie. And he made another comment that I totally don't agree with. Women are going to friend zone the nice guy because they don't protect it. The nice guy don't dig it down good enough. Let me tell you, that's just so false. Because
oh man, man,
Let's talk about it.
Like that. I needed a big laugh like that.
Hey, let me put that back up there, man. Women are going to friend zone a nice guy because they don't feel protected. The nice guy don't dig her down good.
Yo.
That is. I'm gonna tell you right now. That's bull. Here's why. Let me say.
But you know what? He gave the exact perception that women are actually thinking that like that. That is exactly what they perceive. But even though we know it's false, that's what. And you know why it's like that? It's in the music. It's in
music,
everything.
in TV, every form of media you see.
Everything you see, that's the perception that this generation is actually bringing out. Like the nice guy is weak. The nice guy's a punk. But in actuality, the nice guy's what's going to get you that house. The nice guy's what's going to get you that car. The nice guy's what's going to get you that life that you want to have. But passing up on it.
Man, that's what they understand. I'm going to tell you something. I in my past, man, I grew up in the hood. So there was a couple of chicks in the hood. One chick in particular. And I don't give a damn if she watched this because I'm real blunt, very blunt, don't give a shit. But, she passed up on me for the hood dudes that was selling dope. I wasn't into the dope game, whatever. I was an athlete, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? She passed up. You know what I'm saying? She's like about 5, 6 kids strong in the game. And, I surpassed that. But women don't want that bad guy reputation. They look at that as some type of protection. Don't know why. They don't look at the long-term goals. They look at short-term goals because they want to, especially ones about money, they want to hit that lick right quick. They want to grow. They don't got time to grow with you. That's the problem with the day. They want to grow. They want to get that immediate impact right there. They want to work for it with you and bring you up. They want to jump on board while you're already up. So they ain't trying to work with you from here and y'all go here together. They're trying to find you up here and then they want to jump on board. That's the women nowadays. They they like to ride the train, but not from the starting point. They like to pick you up down towards the finish line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
they're not willing to put in the work.
Yes.
Exactly.
I feel like that's from both angles though. Like in dating in today's society, it's all about the come up nowadays for people. It's what they can benefit from, who they can benefit from, who's going to be able to do what for them. So if the nice guy can't do for them what they want for that moment, they're going to go for the bad guy.
Well, what's the purpose? Let me ask you right here.
What's the purpose behind that? Knowing he ain't worth nothing, like why would you even waste your time? Like, is it worth
I
that
can't
much?
honestly answer that because that's not me. That is not my character. Y'all see my ass is still single. Okay, that is not me. Now as far as some of my friends go, I don't know. We talk about it, and it's the thrill. I guess the thrill of it. It's an attraction. But I can't really answer that question because that's not how I think. I don't give a damn if you got 2 pistols in your pocket and you can knock somebody out. Like, yes, I want to feel protected, but there's way more to that.
I'm gonna go back to Jason real quick because he just responded. He said, I'm only saying that females stink. I don't believe it. Honestly, I'm a nice guy myself. At least my mama tells me.
Oh, he put think. I think he was saying I'm only saying that because females think. I don't believe it.
Think it. Yeah, what y'all just said. Females think it. So yeah, that is true. Like females are really right. And this thing, and I know y'all probably seen, y'all got friends, y'all probably dealt with this. You got women that have chose that bad side, and years later, when they put you to the side, they come back for you. Yeah. After they like what Kevin said, what Sammy said, they come back for you later after they dried up and had a bunch of babies and everything. Now they coming back at you like, hey, what's up? It's like, oh hell no.
Right.
He's like, oh man, I always had a crush on you, but I was scared.
Yeah. I like get the fuck out of here. Like,
that's part of that, keeping the foot in the door, making sure that they have that connection, a little bit of a connection to you somehow.
Yeah, I got a homeboy who went through that, man. I'm not gonna put his business out like that, but he loved this girl all through high school, man, and she just played him. I mean, and Pooh, Ross, you know who I'm talking about, but I ain't gonna put their name out. And he did a come up, you know, and years later, I mean, dude is doing this thing. I mean, the girl came by and she was all on him, and he just walked the walk. He just walked on by. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I felt so happy when I heard him do that. Because I was like, yo, don't fall for that trap, man. She ain't want you back then. You the same person, basically. Your only thing changed is that you got a little bit more money now.
Did she fall off since high school?
No, I ain't gonna lie. She was still tight.
You fellas will do the same thing. Y'all will go run through females who've been run through, and then once y'all are tired of running through them, then y'all want to circle back to the females who are sitting over here minding our own business, working hard, trying to do for ourselves, and you know, then y'all claim we're living in our masculinity or whatever it is that y'all want to call it. Because we're over here hustling and try to do everything we can, but y'all want to go run through everything first.
I'm glad you said that part, though, about masculinity, you know, because women would definitely call a nice guy a punk in a heartbeat and say he feminine. They would definitely mischaracterize his niceness and his genuineness as him being soft. That's what they would say, S-O-F-T. They'll spell it out for you. You too soft.
S-O-F-T.
No, they'll spell it out for you.
But do you know why dudes like dabble and do what they do? And I think I said this on a lot of podcasts in the past. The ratio, like I made the circle. And the circle for like eligible good women is way larger than men. So men, we got options. They probably 5 to 1, maybe 10 to 1. I don't know the ratio, but I know it's damn sure good because society, like I say, is making everything feminine. It's making dudes, it's okay to be gay. So women, you got men in prison, you got men is gay, men is bisexual, men that women don't want, men that's like at their home, their mamas and everything and all that stuff. So your ratio of good men is like very scarce. So it's to a point where you're not literally sharing, but shit, you competing. That's what you're doing. Then you can find one woman, and not all women are like great and ready, but you can find a good woman today and probably find one next week that's ready. That's what the market is today. And society's made that way. Like you got fucking men that some cat or dressed in leggings and shit. That's how weird society is getting right now. That's why women don't have much of a choice of great available men.
I ain't gonna say that. I mean, it's a lot of good dudes out there, you know, but you're right about, you know, society feminizing men. Yeah. It's acceptable now for guys coming. I mean, they got people, guys my size. I'm 6'4", 285 pounds, wearing skinny jeans. That's just a no. You know what I mean? You know, that's just a no. Me, I'm not gonna do it. You know, but that if I wear some loose fitting jeans, hey man, that ain't cool, man. Your swag is gone. Yo, you need to go ahead and get them skinny joints on. And women don't
That's
necessarily
so
like that.
crazy.
They don't necessarily like that, man. Because really,
If your
real
jeans
talk,
are tired of the mind, we got a problem.
thank you. But that's what they're selling on TV. That's what they're selling in these videos and all that. You know, that's another and it's gotten to the point to where guys have clothes that look feminine and girls can't tell whether you straight or whether you with the other team.
Man, that's the thing right there too. That's what's killing. That's why the dating thing. Like, I think I'm gonna go to some of these comments real quick. Somebody said that women don't have any options. LOL. I know they like mocking me, like I'm saying women don't have any options, and I don't really think y'all got many options, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. That's my thing. I see a lot of things. I'm like, what women are looking for, you don't have any options. Because look, check it out. I think I see women on these shows that asking for men to make over like 100K, right? And if you look at like the official stats, I think it's like 17 to 18% of the population makes over 100K in the United States. And out of that number, you got like about, out of that number is like 8-9% is men. And we're not talking about the ones that are taken. So now that's why women are competing, because women are asking for the same thing. But you don't have many people like that have it like that. Like, what happens to like a good man, like the natural dude, you know what I'm saying, to do his thing, to open the doors, and cook, you know what I'm saying, to take care of women. It's all about the monetary things. It's about money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I
You can
said
open many
in
doors
this
you
day
want
and
to. You can't
age,
open
it's
your
all
wallet.
about it's all about the come up. It's about what you can benefit from the next person. Like, that's the hard part about it, because you don't know a lot of the times if it's a genuine thing, if it's a thing, if they're trying to get to know you because they're just trying to see what they can benefit from you. Like, you're correct about that. And it cracks me up that people are making all these lists, because I can guarantee you that the people that are making these lists can't even do for themselves what they're requiring others to do for them. Let's talk about this for a minute. Let's talk about this list, because the comment that took me out the most was a female complaining about going to the Cheesecake Factory on a date.
I love it. I love the Cheesecake Factory.
What was she saying? Like that's like a problem?
That's a no. It's a no for her. Better not take me to the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Baby, let me tell you something. If you got a man who's willing to give you his time that costs money, then he's taking you somewhere to spend some money on you. Like, I can guarantee that female that probably made that comment probably can't even afford the Cheesecake Factory on her own.
Hey, Cheesecake Factory ain't cheap. It's not. You know. And
I feel like that right there is when I say that it's sad that people are looking for a come up, because if you're truly going on a date with somebody to get to know them, to see if it's somebody that you want in their future, who gives a fuck where y'all are going?
Right.
Like, if we're going to the Cheesecake Factory, I'm about to try to look on the menu to see if there's something that I like. Maybe I'll try something I ain't never had before. Or if I don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory, it doesn't have to be a damn steak dinner, but like Ashley said, she was talking about it needs to be a 5-course meal at a fancy ass steakhouse. Bitch, you in it for the wrong reasons.
Hell yeah.
Shoot. Yeah, she must want to go home hungry. That's all I can say. Like,
I'm saying, so we go on a date, we can know each other. We ain't going no goddamn steak dinner. We ain't going to Cheesecake Factory, because let me tell you something. But woman, you could test a woman, and a first date don't have to necessarily be at a restaurant. If you genuinely interested in somebody, especially a woman, you can buy it just something simple, like I always say, ice cream or something like borderline, like something similar to that. You know what I'm saying? Where you can have a conversation to talk, because eating and cutting steak or whatever the hell you're doing, you really can't have a conversation you want. You know what I'm saying? If you're interested. So I test a woman and I'm like, damn, she hungry? Like I ain't gonna lie. Once upon a time, I took this chick out. We went for ice cream. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool. I get there. She's like, I'm hungry. I'm in my head. I'm like, well, bitch, we going to get ice cream. We're not going to eat. So we gonna get this ice cream. I know what she's doing, but I'm like, this shit's no good. Well, I still want fucking ice cream because I like this shit. When I get done, and we ain't talk sense, but shit, I don't care. I say,
but that just let you know that she wasn't in it for the right reason. She was not in it for the right reason.
She ain't want no ice cream, bro. She ain't want no ice
cream. Oh man,
so like, where else, like on this list, right? Because I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it. Like, what else are they saying is
not take you to the house or something? Like,
I honestly, once I started reading the list, I laughed about that shit. I was like, this is trash to me because what did Ashley say? I'm all about grabbing coffee, tea, ice cream, or drinks. I'm all about let's go somewhere where we can sit and talk or walk around. Let's go walk around the park. Like, not only that, let's fucking pack a picnic. I will, if it's a first date and I really want to get to know somebody, like if you're an outdoor person, let's pack a picnic. Let's go sit down and sit by the water or something and just talk. But I feel like when that starts to happen, that's when you can truly tell if somebody's intentions are genuine or not.
Hey, Jay, you know Jason because he's funny as hell.
Yes, I do know Jason.
Yo, I saw it too.
So, you got two choices: Cheesecake Factory or Chuck E. Cheese. It's a damn like playing video game.
So it's up to you.
You know what? Though? You know what? Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese and go tear some motherfucking games up. We may get kicked out because we're adults and we ain't got no kids with us, but let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey, you know what? Oh shit, that's crazy. So they said the park is right on. Applebee's will be Tuesdays.
So, okay, he must be responding to what I asked about, like different places. The park, Applebee's, Ruby Tuesday. But see, like, Cole, we come from a different era where like that stuff. I mean, it used to be cool. You know what I mean? It used to be cool to be able to just go on a date, like, you know, to wherever. Like, it used to be cool. That's what I was saying, that this things like this really just shine a light on what's being made to be important. You know what I mean? So you got places like Applebee's, a park, Ruby Tuesdays. Now, me personally, I'm thinking to myself, like, what's wrong with like any of that? You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with any of that? Because with me, you're trying to build something. So why you want to start on a high end when we don't know anything about one another?
That's why I go back to saying that it's all about the come up. It's not. That's when you know it's not a genuine thing. It's not. They're not trying to build that connection. They're trying to see what they can get out of you.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do. I mean, I come from an era, man. One of my go-tos, and I know Ross gonna remember this, man. I used to cook for my dates. You know, I just thought it was a romantic thing to do. I mean, my mom taught me how to the way to a woman's heart, you know, is to her stomach, you know, and you got to know how to cook. So I would like invite them to my house, had the whole set and all that romantic stuff, you know, have some Boyz II Men playing in the background, had the lights go on, and then I just bust out, you know, some lasagna.
Boyz II Men in the background.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, born in the 1900s, bro. I got to go back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm proud of that.
Yeah, but Cole, the problem with that these days, though, if a man invites me to his house and I don't know him, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. Like,
that's like a second.
That's a little scary. I don't know if I want to pull up at somebody's house that I don't know.
Date, that's after the ice cream. You know, I ain't gonna show her my culinary skills that they got quick shit. Like you,
like I said, I'm from the 1900s though. I'm from the 1900s though.
I got you. I feel you though, bro.
I feel you too. I definitely do.
Jagged edge, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
I'm not a millennial, you know.
Right.
You know.
But that is dope though. Like a woman, what you just said there about the setting, you know what I'm saying, cooking. That's actually you putting forth effort in the kitchen, setting the table, the music, the lighting. Like how many women today would appreciate that? It ain't a large amount. Maybe the old school women.
Yeah.
But most of the women today, they were like, they want to eat out all the goddamn time.
Man, like, fuck that. Let's cook something together. Like, even that's another thing too. Let's cook together. It ain't about always going out and spending money. And I don't know.
You can spend time, man. You can build just by doing the simplest things. Like, people don't understand, if you're really looking for a bond with somebody that you're spending time with, like, you can bond over, like, y'all can have a favorite commercial on TV. You know, just small things. You know what I mean?
Take my ass to Chuck E. Cheese. I want to go play some video games.
So, like, we talking about, like, you know, like you said, old school women would appreciate things like what Coach talking about. So my question is, as far as today's society, like, who knows like how to be appreciative? That's why I was saying like there's a lot more screen time these days than there is like face to face and really like, you know, even talking on the phone, you know what I mean? Or really interacting with each other. Like everything is so quick and everything just moves so fast. And like I say, it's on to the next. You really don't have to invest in a whole lot. So like the things we talking about, like what you talking about, Jay, as far as meaningful things, you know what I mean? Like establishing something, you know, building something, talking this, all that good stuff right there. Like, is it really important today? Like, is it really important? Is it really necessary?
It's necessary, but people overlook it. Ashley brought up a good point. She said social media has really painted the picture of what a date should be, right? But social media has also painted a picture of what dating should be like, what relationships should be like. Like, that's the problem. Everybody focuses so much on fucking social media. Like
that shit.
Once that phone is cut off and the internet is off, like, what's really going on in your private life? Like, are you really trying to make meaningful connections, or are you just trying to waste somebody's time and like I said, see if the come up is going to be on that person? Like, I don't feel like people really value each other's time anymore.
Exactly.
People don't value the effort that they're putting in. Like, you can meet somebody cool as shit and then it switches up that fucking quick. Or have y'all ever come across this situation where you meet somebody, you know, y'all are talking, y'all are vibing really well, and then they just disappear. They just ghost. Or, you know, you meet somebody who's cool as shit and then everything that comes out of their mouth is always negative. Have you ever ran into that situation? You know, you meet somebody who, no matter what is going on in their life, they never find a positive situation. It's always a negative. Nobody wants to talk to somebody like that all damn day.
That's true.
It's draining. People don't understand. Like everything's infectious. Like if I sit right here, like me and Cole talk about this all the time. That, well, I'll say this. Like me and Cole go out, we go get breakfast or whatever to discuss business plans or whatever, and it never fails. Every time that we sitting and having a conversation, somebody from the restaurant's gonna come and join us. So that tells us that our energy, you know, is good energy. People want to be around us. The same thing with negative people. Like that stuff will drain you. Just like if you go into your job, right? Nobody wants to go to work, but at the same time you go to your job and you got people coming in. Oh, it's Monday. Oh my God, I hate Mondays and blah 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 blah. Like that is setting the tone for, you know, for the day. So if you trying to establish a relationship with somebody and everything come out your mouth is negative, like what you think you pour into the relationship? Negativity.
That black water.
That's pretty much what it is, man. I think that it's a confidence thing. People come with that negative, and either whether it's for a man or woman, it's a confidence issue.
It's hard to hear you, Hendo.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a confidence issue when people like come from a negative standpoint. They don't have no confidence, they lack it, and it comes from experiences they had in like previous dates. But Jay, you made a point. People like are one way in the beginning, they change it up. And we talked about like being vulnerable. So let me say something about man. We express ourselves differently. We don't openly come in a relationship or talk to people and just start being like, well, women are more open than we are, right? Once men, we get open. Women, you might have an advantage in terms of they really like you. You know, once a man open up and you damage not into what happens is, Jay, you said men change it up later. They go into other relationships unhealed, and they show they good. They genuine in the beginning, but they so fucked up from the past. They're not going to open up. Off.
That is so true. Jay, I've had somebody tell me before. This is weird. It's foreign to me. I've never not been in a relationship that's not toxic. Like I don't. I've worked really hard in my healing days to become a mentally healthy and happy person, right? So when I met this person and started talking to them, they were like, I am so not used to a non-toxic relationship. This is so weird. And obviously it didn't work out because that person and I are not together. But in my mind, I often wondered, like, I wonder if they pushed me away because they were so fucking used to toxic. They didn't know how to handle the non-toxic.
That's true though, man. You're right. It's kind of like, you know, the jailhouse effect. You know, when you're so used to being in jail, when you get out, you keep acting like you're in jail.
Institutionalized.
Exactly.
I'm gonna I'm gonna run this clip, and I showed you. I'm running a clip for the people. It's gonna be about this guy. And he talks about like being vulnerable. So hold on, let me get this ready real quick.
While you're doing that, my brother texted me. He's watching, and he said, "A day trip to the coast would be fire. That's a lot of talking in a drive with somebody, and then you go sit out at the beach and enjoy each other."
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Here we go, y'all.
You got one time for a man to be vulnerable to you. You fumble that, he'll never do it again. Like, men are very, very, very sensitive, especially when it comes to, you know, our vulnerabilities and things of that nature. So it takes a lot for us to even get to the point of being able to sit you down and express our vulnerabilities or maybe our shortcomings or, you know, whatever it is that we're going through with you to begin with, right? And a lot of times, you know, women will kind of mishandle that. You know, they'll judge you, or they may bring it up in an argument later to kind of, you know, lash out at you, or whatever the case may be. And I'm saying, like, the minute you do that, you might as well walk away from the relationship. That man will never open up to you again like that. And now it's going to be a wall between y'all in terms of communication and things, because he's going to feel like, okay, I'm not sure I can tell her just anything, because who knows what she's going to do with it on the back end of it.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. We've had this discussion before, Hendo. We've talked about that on one of our podcasts. You know, these women who are childish, that don't know how to have adult conversations and handle uncomfortable situations when it comes to stuff like that, will turn around and throw that in a man's face. And I feel like, you know me, you know, one of my favorite slogans is hurt people,
Yeah.
right? So if you walking around and you find a man who's willing to invest enough in you to be vulnerable with you, because that takes a lot for a man, and then you have the nerve to turn around and throw that shit in his face, and then y'all wonder why these men are walking around mad and hurt. Like, come on now.
I got some good comments out here. I know Yvette says not set to free, and Jace responded like, you know, you're absolutely right. They are free. Oxygen H2O, stay hydrated while free.
He's a character.
Like, Cuzzo, he said past wounds tend to bleed on good relationships. It takes a special woman to heal those wounds. Every man can change, but only the right woman. I'm gonna tell you something. That's true. I'm gonna tell you why it's true. I didn't think that was true before. I have a friend of mine that just wasn't the faithful type at all. I don't know what did know. He's a very loyal man right now. He's into his wife. He's loyal to his wife. It takes the right woman to bring the best out of you. And I didn't really believe that. I'm like, man, but this guy can change. Shit, it is anything is possible. Seriously, like
anything is possible.
So I believed with Cuzzo's statement to an extent. He says it takes a special woman to heal those wounds, but in reality, a woman cannot heal anything.
You got to heal yourself.
Yeah.
That man has to be healed. That man has to be willing to put in the work on himself. That man has to do all that. The right woman will bring happiness. Like, I can come into a relationship with a man and bring nothing but positive and happy and joy. But if that person is not happy with himself, it doesn't matter how much happiness I bring. His bad juju, or whatever you want to call it, is always going to bring the situation down, because he hasn't done the work to make himself happy.
Yeah, you'll end up emptying yourself out just trying to, you know, make the whole situation a good situation.
I think I'm gonna try to say that he means that when you going through some things and you with a good woman, they don't make you relapse, because you can be going through some healing as a man and dealing with things in a good way, and you meet that wrong woman and she's toxic as hell. She make you relapse. I think that good woman understands, don't pass judgment, allows you to be vulnerable. Let me tell you something, man, vulnerable is the most. It's as man, it's the tough thing to do. Like, man, like women don't understand. You just can't. Once you be vulnerable to a woman and she violates that, ain't no going back. Us men gonna do what the fuck we gonna do. Cheating gonna be justified. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Is it justified? Technically, no, but it justifies in our world. Like, fuck, you fucked me over. It's like, all right, fuck that. I can't trust you. It's time to move on. Women, walk away. Because you go, when you violate a man like that and you try to stick with him, after he showed he could be vulnerable to you, when you violate that, walk away because you can find your way to some hurt, more than likely. You risking it at that point. That's just my opinion of that. Because
at that point, the trust is violated. There's no more trust there. Because you'll never trust that woman again to confide in her about anything.
Once you weaponize
once she throws it in your face.
Yeah, once you weaponize my emotions against me, you can cancel the relationship. You know, there's no need for me to trust you with anything anymore.
Exactly, because that's the most important thing that we protect as men, like is our emotions and our heart and stuff like that. So if you can use that against me, it's a wrap for you.
There's no need.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Or you might have men who meet women. A woman, her actions gonna let you know if you're gonna be able to be vulnerable or not. You can see how she carry herself, and you can see how she deal with situations. If you got kids, you can see how she is with her kids, how understanding she is, how she take her job seriously. She on time for work. There's a lot of qualities a woman got that's gonna let you know maybe I could be vulnerable. We may pay attention a lot. We just not as emotional and just gonna like put ourselves out there like that. Even though nowadays we got a lot of emotional men that's become dependent on women solely until they and I don't know, I can't judge people's relationships, but I think that some men allow women to become breadwinners and become that masculine character in the household. That's why things are so fucked up now. So when those women moved on, they're already fucked up because they come from a masculine household. They try to run everything. And they try to run the next motherfucker, and he ain't having that shit because he old school. Like
that's true. That is so true. Right? You know, a lot of women right now, they do have that masculine, sense to where they even got a term. They want to be boss bitches. You know what I mean? And a real dude from, like I say, the 1900s, we don't need no boss bitch. We the boss man.
Right.
You know, and that's gonna interrupt. Y'all not gonna click. You know.
So let me defend my women real quick. I'm gonna defend us. I'm gonna tell y'all why. So I don't have the mentality like, oh, I'm a boss bitch and you can't tell me nothing. But I do have the mentality that 9 years ago when I got a divorce, I had to take on the role as the mom and the dad. I had to take on the role as the breadwinner of the house. I had to take on all the roles that the men typically carries in the relationship because it was just me. It was just me as a single parent. So, I've worked hard all these years for 9 years now by myself to grow and to make sure my family is taken care of and we have everything on our plate. So now when it comes to a man, the last gentleman I dated, he took me out of that place. Like mentally, I felt like this man is somebody that I feel so safe with in every aspect of the situation, not just protection, not just praying with me. It was everything. Like I felt that person could have brought me all the way back to my wife stage. Does that make sense? Like,
actually it does.
I'm willing to give you that role. Take it. Lead me, please. I'm tired of leading this shit. But at the end of the day, a lot of men don't understand that when their partners have walked away or they've gone through a divorce or something like that, we have to do what we have to do in the role to take care of everything. Because a lot of the times we're the one taking on the kids and everything by ourselves.
That's not what you're talking about is a strong woman. Men don't mind a strong woman. We're talking about women out here.
Strong man.
Yeah, a strong man doesn't mind a strong woman. Actually, they prefer it. What we don't want is a woman that's trying to be a boss in us. That's what we don't want. And that's what's going on. Matter of fact, that's what's being taught to our younger women. That you got to be the boss in a relationship. And people from our generation, I'm not going to be bossed over by my girl. I mean, if anything, you're going to be my partner. You're not going to be my boss.
Exactly. I'm the leader.
I'm the leader. Yeah.
That's just the way
Yeah,
I
we're
am.
not talking about women like the person that.
And
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
don't mind her telling me like if I'm slipping. You feel me? So I don't mind her being in that position to like call me on, call me to the carpet on something, or something like that. A partnership. You understand what I'm saying? Because if she just let me just if she let me fail, then we both failing. You feel what I'm saying? But as far as just like there can't be two bosses. You understand what I'm saying? And it's all about how you carry. It's all about how you carry it. Like I don't walk around here like I'm the king and what I say go blah blah blah. No, it's a partnership. But but at the end of the day, like what's understood ain't gotta be explained. As long as you are handling your role, as long as you handling your role, everything else should fall in line. But a lot of women these days are being taught, just like Coach said, being taught that they have to maintain a certain position in the relationship, or they're not being respected, or they're not being valued, and all that foolishness. When that's just far from the truth.
That's the westernized culture. That's what they teaching. So to
Oh,
make
here goes Jay with this westernized culture shit.
that's what I'm saying. Hey, you want to piss a woman off, and they talking shit. Tell them you so westernized. They get pissed off. That's like calling them a bitch. Like if you tell them like you're so westernized, they kind of think. So what the fuck is he talking about westernized? And when they think about it, I have women get so pissed. Like they get mad. But like
what y'all think about that comment Cuzzo put at 10:45? I want to get y'all's opinion on that.
Well, let's read some of these comments.
Which one? This one, a man
being in tune with his emotions and feelings.
10:45, the next one where you say, to a man, our feelings should come first in our woman's life. What y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that?
Fucking right. You know what? I'm going to talk about this for a second because I saw a video about this yesterday and I was reading the comments and it couldn't be more true. So this woman was talking about how her friends were giving her hell for putting her man first. Like, why are you putting him first? What is that going to do? Look at you. Look where it's gotten you the last couple of relationships. And she was like, I don't give a damn what nobody says. I'm putting my man first because at the end of the day, that's who I come home to. That's who I sleep next to. That's who we're raising our family together. And I agree with that comment 100%. I definitely do, because this is something that we've talked about in the past. I don't feel that men get checked on enough. Y'all's feelings, y'all's mental health, none of that. We expect y'all to be the go-getters. We expect y'all to be the breadwinners. We expect y'all to be the protectors, to do everything. But how often do women actually just stop and look at their man and be like, how are you today? How is your mental today? Like, what can I do for you today to help relieve some of that stress?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's serious business because in order to provide everything you just now named, it comes with a lot. It comes with a lot. And, even if we lie and just be like, we're good. I'm good. Everything's straight. Even if we do that, like in the back of our mind, like that means the world. Just like old boy said, our feelings should come first. I believe that 100%. And that's what we was talking about when it comes to the vulnerability, right? And then taking that and using it. Like, that's the one thing that we need to be able to trust y'all with.
We're getting a lot of feedback.
Yeah, I see that too.
Somebody just texted me too, said y'all are getting a lot of echo in.
It comes and goes. I guess it's got something with the mic. But well, anyway, I think I was writing something down. Oh shit, I forgot about the train down. But why feelings? Like a man feelings should come first. Why the man feelings come first?
Why what? Say it again.
Somebody texted and asked me, why should a man's feelings come first? That's the question I was just texting.
I'm gonna say this. I feel like in my life, if I'm in a relationship and my man is the leader of my house, and this man is getting up at 5 a.m. every day going to make a living, he's making sure that the bills are taken care of, he's making sure that we have everything that we need, why wouldn't his feelings come first?
And you know what? I think that since we're the protector and everything. I think that our mental has to be a step above because we're so dependent on, and in this world today, protection is much needed. So if you want to protect as a man, you kind of got to make sure his mental is there so he can tend to you and treat you right. It's like a domino effect. If you're not asking and putting his feelings first, how do you think that's going to reciprocate as far as the energy when it's time for him to treat you like you're supposed to be treated? It's like a thing. You put him first, you make him fight the king that he is, he's going to make you fight the queen that you are. That's just it. It's a transfer of energy. It like gradually, casually, like it just happens. Once you do your thing, put him first. He should put that woman first. You know what I'm
It
saying?
almost happened unconsciously,
Yes.
Yeah,
Once
I
you
mean,
realize
think
that
about it.
happened,
If you're both
almost
pouring
unconscious.
into each other equally, don't you think that come up and that fill up is going to be just as rewarding? Like,
I mean, pretty much. I think if everybody in the relationship pursues this one word, it all balances out. If you're looking for love, everything always balances out. Your feelings is always going to come first. Her feelings is going to come first because you're going to always look to please that other person if you're looking for love.
yeah, I agree.
This
What
time,
does Yvette's comment say, Jay?
this surely is a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. Respecting your partner's key relationships will always be a work in progress. Keeping God involved is also a must. Well, it is true. I'll say this though. Once you put, I think Cuzzo said it, the man's protected when you want his mental to always be intact. Once you put a man's first, make sure his mental's okay. And I think you said it, Cole. It's a domino effect. So everything else can fall into place.
You put love in the relationship, everything. I mean, you got no choice. If you truly love your partner, all that other stuff go out the window. It's going to naturally come. You're going to want to do that. You're going to want to be submissive. You're going to want to be protective. You're going to want to pay the bills. You're going because you thinking you love this person. You ain't going to stop. You're going to do what you need to do because you love this person. I'm fortunate to have had both my mother and my father in my life, and I truly know what love looks like. And they went through everything, and they still managed to be there for one another to the day that they passed away.
That's that old school love that they don't make anymore. That's what I want. That's what I need.
You ain't got enough of,
Huh?
ain't enough of that love nowadays because people definition of love is just different.
It is.
That's that fake love that's out there right now. People, like I say, people come and go, right? They want you till they got you, and then they don't know how to keep it. That's the problem.
It's a purpose. I think it's a purpose of women. When women want some money, they love you when you provide. And when you go broke, you have nothing. When they love you, they disappear.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was by my ex-husband's side when he had a motherfucking thing. We came up together. So I've been in a position where I ain't had shit with somebody and we got it together. So that's a lie. That's that new generation shit, huh?
I agree with that. That is some new generation shit. Because I mean, for real, I agree 100% with that.
Because baby, I've been knocked down to my nothings and have had to start all over. And if I can do it by myself, I damn sure gonna. If I got a partner and we're together and some shit happens and we fall off, in my head, I know that I can go get it, and I'm pretty sure whoever I'm gonna be with, I know is probably headstrong, and they can go get it. We gonna go get this shit together.
Ain't nobody but how you talking is less and very scarce. Ain't too many women out here like that. And let me tell you something. That's why
it ain't.
it's that westernized culture, and that's why a lot of guys they take their ass overseas or wherever they go to go get women. Because honestly, to get a more old school woman, you got them here. I ain't saying you don't have them here in the United States; they are here, but you got to pick them. It's like a lottery.
Nah, y'all just be overlooking us. Y'all chasing this fast ass tail out here. That's all that is.
And nobody like
that's the new generations that's chasing that fast ass tail.
Yeah.
Hey, don't put us 1900s dudes in there. You know what I'm saying?
Chasing that fast ass tail.
that fast tail, they don't cook. Like this, I was talking to my mom today, and we had a conversation. We was talking about like the black culture, and we was talking about this new generation. And I know y'all, I don't know how it is in the South over in the East Coast, but up here, like I grew up in a family where we had soul food dinners on Sunday. Every Sunday was soul food dinners. You had the Dusties in the background playing, family come over. that tradition as years come, the black tradition and everything we have culture been wiped away. These newbies that's coming up, they don't cook. Now think about women in their 30s and 20s.
I had a serious conversation about that. I was talking to one of my friends and I brought up a fact. I said, when I was coming up, if you asked a woman to cook something like that, if you told a woman that she couldn't cook back in the day, them were fighting words.
Yeah,
they were ready to go ahead and like, who what? I can't what? But nowadays, if you ask a woman to cook, that's fighting words. You know? And we were talking about that. It did a whole switch.
That's true. And like right now, like how many people do soul food Sundays, man? Like I applaud. When I see black families doing soul food Sundays like it used to be. That honestly, no bullshit. I get a little emotional because I grew up every Sunday is my mom's house. It went over to my grandma's house. It was tradition, family. As the years go by, my mom noticed this. My mom's like in her late 60s. She's like, it's changing. The culture is changing. These girls don't want to do nothing, but she called them tuna buckets. My mom made this shit. these tuna bucket bitches don't want to do nothing.
Shit. I keep saying when I get that man back in my life, right? We starting all types of new traditions because I miss that too. Like I love cooking, but I don't ever have anybody to cook for. You know, that shit gets old being by yourself. My son's grown; he's hardly ever home. Like, cook for what? But you best believe my ass get a man. We gonna be in that kitchen.
You a rare breed. I'm telling you right now.
Like shooting dice for 7, like.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you.
Hey, I'll shoot some dice while I'm stirring that macaroni and cheese. Don't play.
That's why guys get them to plane. What my fucking passport at? I'm gonna go ahead and give you a petition now. You can take my ass.
Here we go.
Bill, gonna give me a woman, bring them back. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to really bring them back because then they get coached, they get westernized with these bullshit. Goddamn, I gotta get the plane, go back. Philippines somewhere, you know. But it's true. I asked a lot of guys, right? So I got a friend of mine. I'm trying to get him on the show, and I don't know if he can do it, but he's like so focused and set. He's done with American women. He's like done with American women. He got his eyes set. The DR, Colombia, like going like you got. I know guys that actually went got women and legit relationships, married.
Yeah,
and that's the new trend. It's like wow, like, and then the thing is, if y'all, I know y'all on TikTok, if you see some TikToks and you got guys put these videos up, it's women comments. Like, man, they just hate hard.
You see, Donique says, I've been overseas, it's overrated.
I know a couple passport dudes, man, to be doing that, man. The DR be off the chain, man. Apparently, it's a different level. Yeah. I have never been, but they tell me like, yo, Cole, you got to go, man. I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, man. I don't trust people like that. You know what I mean? Sure. I mean, I'm for real, man. It's something I'm gonna be like, man, why is she so daggone nice? Be old, man.
Y'all know what they want. They just want to come over here and take your money too. That's the thing. You worried about these young ass ratchets down here taking your money. You're gonna go overseas for them to do the same thing.
You know why?
Thank you. That's my point.
You're gonna go overseas and they're gonna do the same thing.
I don't be trusting people like I don't be trusting women like I'm not traveling all the way down here just to get robbed.
It's a whole setup. They're like, they see these American men getting off the airplane and they sending text messages. All right, there's 3 of them here.
But the thing is, you can find the genuine ones that talk to you and have conversations, just like back here. You try to find a genuine one to have conversation. You can pick them out easy when you go overseas. Like, okay, she's full of shit. She's full of shit. She can't speak English and think she like me. She'll know what the fuck I'm about. So you can pick out bullshit easily, just like you can pick it out here. So bottom line, you have a conversation with a woman. The thing is, I think that more men for women who are outside the U.S. looking for traditional relationships, men go get them and they bring them back because they're not actually like tainted with this fucking bullshit that this government put out and feminism. Feminism killed relationships. Feminism killed relationships. Period.
Oh,
Here.
That's wrong. And to the sense, I mean, you right, man. I mean, there's a lot of daggone feminists, man, who just don't believe a man should have the rights that he have. And I mean, I think it's just ridiculous. I mean, what's so wrong about me opening the door for you?
Right. Like it's a problem. I mean, that's how we was raised, you know, like that's what we do unconsciously. But if we do that, we're taking away some kind of right.
Yeah. I mean,
like you to be able to open the door or making you feel smart. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, man. That's crazy. That's
Can we
crazy.
just bring back the 90s? Can we bring back the 90s, please?
Yes, let's bring it back.
Can we? I'm so tired of the 2020s. Like this generation, these generations.
They better give them 1900s.
1900s pumping gas while the new generation is sitting in the fucking car on their phone while the women pumping gas. That's the type of shit we got right now.
Right.
They women put up with this shit.
Yeah.
They on the phone while she out there fucking pumping 87 and shit.
I wish a motherfucker would, boy.
And they sharing the same pair of pants.
Yes.
Fucking matching.
Shit, the same shirts nowadays, man. Shoot.
Right, come on, man.
Niggas out there wearing them daggone blouses, thing, man. That's new fashion, motherfucker. That's a blouse, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. So I had posted something the other day on my Snapchat, and I got some pretty interesting feedbacks from some of my male followers. I posted a meme or a quote that said, "Don't let anyone save you for later." And when I posted that, in my mind, I was like, when I read it, my thought was, you're fucking right. Like, I'm a dope ass person, right? I want to love like the 90s, not these 2020 bullshit. Like, I'm not going to let nobody save me for later. That's bullshit. But then one of my male friends, he responded to it. And his response, and I want to see how y'all feel about this. His response was, "Why not? I would rather someone save me for later than hurt me because they're still hurting from someone or someone in their past. That's just my opinion, though." And after I read that, I was like, wait a minute. I didn't think about it from that perspective. Like, I'm sitting here saying, like, I know I'm a good person. I know I got a dope soul, good heart. Like, why the fuck would somebody want to put me on hold and save me for later? But then when he said that, I was like, well, damn, what if it's the right person, the wrong time? Like, what if they're a dope ass person and they are going through something and they need to figure that part of their life out before they could come and be like, what's up? I want you.
That motherfucker got game. That's all that is. That's a hot ass damn line. That motherfucker spit. I'm gonna write that shit down, motherfucker.
Hey.
No, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, oh yeah, he good. He good. I'm like, yeah, he good.
Changed them. He just told you, I'm gonna keep you on hold, but buddy, this is why I don't want to be hurt. Boy, that nigga got some smooth ass game, boy. I tell you.
You see, that's why I wanted y'all's opinion. Because in my mind, I was like, well, what if he's right though? Like, what if he's really like, he wasn't saying that to me, right? He was just, that was his response. That's the way he perceived that that post that I made. And so I got to thinking, and I'm like, okay, is there really a such thing as right person, wrong time? Like, can you really meet somebody who could be a potential good person, but it's just the wrong time of your life? Or, like Ko said, that motherfucker spin game.
Hey, you know what? So I'm gonna say this though, and I'll be honest. When men go through some shit and they fuck them over, man, we don't go get help, right? We go to this next situation like that shit, sweep that shit on the run. What happens? We get in the next situation, and once that shit gets serious, it's like fuck. We ain't gonna go to somebody like, man, I ain't healed. We don't talk like that. We don't talk like that. Like I'm hurt from the past. We ain't gonna never talk like that. We'll keep that shit in. And some of us, man, we'll feel bad. We'll be like, nah, I'm not gonna go through with this. This ain't the right time. Like, but the thing is, that's why men will ghost. We honestly, we gotta help ourselves because I'm guilty of this, and we gotta help ourselves mental health wise. Because the thing is, I get in my head like, man, you dealt with so much shit in the past. Like, man, fuck this, fuck these motherfucking women that they talking about. But you can't do that when you meet somebody that's like on another level, but you still like hurt, and you got to get rid of that fucking hurt. Now, come out as game. But some men are legit. Like, I honestly, it took me years, decades to fuck. I sweep shut the rug. Like, that shit don't faze me. When that shit build up as a man, you about to fucking explode. Like, God damn, you hold so much in, and you lash out the next person, not intended for them because of what you dealt with in the past. So like, it could be the bad timing, but not necessarily bad time. That man just need help, and I think somebody said it earlier where that woman can help them heal, and you got to heal on your own. But she has to be understanding if that man opened up, because she can't understand if you don't open up. You know, and sometimes the time just ain't right. We men sometimes we hold so much shit in, we deal with so much stuff in past relationships, the world, and we try to be strong because we looked at to be leaders and we looked at to be protectors and stuff. So we rebuild this shit, we kind of go look weak in some eyes and stuff. So we hold on, and that shit affects the next person unintentionally. So we have this point where we don't get help. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna go home with life like it is what it is, and that's the quote us men live by. We be like, man, shit is what it is. But in all honesty, at some point we need to get the help to vent and get that shit off our heads. And let me tell you what helps, man, especially as black men, other brothers. We don't really talk to each other like, man, love you, dog, or tell deep shit. I moved my homies in Vegas this past a couple months ago. I tell them to share what through last year. They're like, man, why didn't you reach out? I was at my lowest in life. We had a deep conversation. That itself, you don't need a fucking therapist with a degree, 4 years, a master's, the list of your shit. Your homies who you bond with, you love, that's the biggest medicine that you can get when you can talk and bond. They understand, they give you real shit, real feedback. That's the biggest thing in the world. That's what helped me out today. One of my boys, I can sit to kick real shit with, and they ain't never seen. They always be macho. They always see macho handle. But for me to sit and tell them that shit, they like, damn, like I know you went through that. So we gotta get, man, as men, especially black men, mental health, men in general, we gotta address that shit somehow. If it was the homies, man, you got some good homies out there, man. shouldn't chop it up with them on some real shit, man. Because man, we act different. It's the Most High open up something in us when we start to reveal shit to us. You know what I'm saying? It's, as brothers, we started to open up the ears, listen. He started to tell people to tell you when you open up to me, and the transfer energy, man. But we don't really value that and use it a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because we just so macho, and it affects women. As a result, honestly, we fuck women over.
Look at Donique's comment, said that's some big bullshit. So my question was,
she got to talk about you though, man. She was talking about the previous one. You spend some your game, man. You will spend. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna tell you like real talk. I feel everything you said, man. Matter of fact, me and Ross, man, we do that all the time. That's one thing. People like, they think that we are really, really brothers, but we not. But we call ourselves brothers, you know, because
right.
I mean, not brothers from another mother. We call each other brothers. You know what I mean? It's because it's what we do. You know, we talk to each other about all stuff that, like, if I get pissed off or something, man, I call him up, you know, and he get pissed off or something, he'll call me up. You know, that's just what we do as a true brothers, you know. And you're 100% right. If you don't get your mentality right, you can explode on the next relationship easily, you know. So I mean, that's
so then true. That means that you can save somebody for later until you get your mental right, or is that just running game, fellas?
That boy game so hard, you still that's hard as hell. That motherfucker is genius, man, coming up with that shit. It's still on her head. Look, she brought it back, so it can really be saved. Watch that line right there. That motherfucker need to write a damn book. I tell you, man.
So after he made that comment, I asked him, I was like, have you ever had that happen? And he's like, well, I did. He's like, 2 years ago, I met somebody and he was military. So he was like, I was going through a hard time. I was transitioning from military to civilian life and like some shit that had been going on. He said, and I did tell her, like, if you can give me a couple of months to get myself together, like we can eventually try to work on something, but she didn't want to wait around. So I don't know. That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know if y'all thought that was some game being ran, fellas, or if that's something that could really happen in life.
I mean, honestly, I think it can definitely go either way. My bad, Ross. I need to overcut you. Go ahead, bro.
No, you straight, bro. I was just gonna say, like, if you're truly in tune with yourself and you really like look in the mirror and you see yourself and you realize that you got some stuff going on, and you know that you can't be who you need to be for somebody, or you're just not ready. Some people are just really just know themselves, like, you know what? I'm not ready to settle down. I'm not gonna waste nobody's time. It could be one of those two things. If it ain't one of those two true things, it's game. Like straight, it's game. It's something to say to sound smooth. Hey, fishing. Let me go ahead and throw this out there. So it's all the women out there. Somebody gonna bite that, like, oh yeah, he's the one. He's the one.
Ain't nobody ever said nothing like that to me before.
Right, nobody ever. Yeah, right.
So then my question now, fellas, is do y'all believe in right person, wrong time? Or do you believe that the right person can come into your life? It's just not meant for you. Like,
I think I'm gonna say yeah. When actually for a man, I'm gonna say yes. When being vulnerable is not violated, I would say yes.
It definitely
I
can
come
happen.
from a different perspective, man, because I believe that what's for you is gonna be yours. Like, regardless, that's anything in life: women, jobs, money, cars, friends, whatever. I feel like whatever is meant for you, gonna be yours. So the thing is, you just gotta prepare yourself to be ready for it when it comes.
Yeah, I think it definitely can happen. Right person, wrong time. Because I've definitely been in situations where I'm with a girl, and I was trying to work it out, but I had a friend that I wanted to be with, but I'm not the guy that cheats. I don't do that. So I had to let that situation in, and then basically by the time I was out of that situation, she was in a situation, and vice versa. So I was like, well, and then eventually, sometimes you're right. It's just she's definitely the right person for me, but I'm not going to mess up her relationship, and she didn't want to mess up mine. So it can happen like that. I don't believe.
Brandon says no wrong place, wrong time. He says no.
And I read the comment before that. It says a mentally unstable man is a detriment to society. Let me tell you something. Let me understand.
What?
Let me tell you something like that. It's a man that we go to. This is why men don't reveal mental issues, because comments like that, it's like we like the fuck. And man, we go through shit. This is the thing. Everybody in this world go through shit. Man, we go through stuff. The problem is we not gonna reveal shit because of comments like that. Like the fuck,
Yeah.
like, the fuck. And it's like
I am. Fuck them motherfuckers. I am. I'll reveal what the fuck I feel. Shit.
Right, like, come on,
like,
man.
hey,
Ain't nobody no real Superman. Everybody deal with something. So, like, you can't just say somebody got a problem just because they going through something, man. Everybody got a breaking point. You never know, like, man, come on, you can't say that. A mentally unstable woman, like a mentally unstable person is not good for a lot of things now. Especially if they ain't trying to get no help or they just running around here like not caring. But if you try and get yourself together and you reaching out, you know what I mean? You voicing that, you trying to get some support. Then as a man, you made to look or feel inferior, or don't nobody want to feel crazy or be looked at differently just because they voicing some type of issue they having, man. So people that say stuff like that right there, that's just coming from a weird place.
yeah, it is, man. Everybody go through issues. The woman, the man. This country fucked up anyway. So it's challenging for a man in general.
And when a good person comes in your life, y'all don't know how to fucking hold on to it. Y'all let them go, and then y'all are complaining. And then you're mad when somebody else gets them. Like, I don't know. The one thing I don't understand is, people pursue people and then they get them, but then they claim they ain't ready. So hold on. I don't know if I'm ready for this relationship yet, but I pursued you. But let me just go ahead and take care of myself real quick and figure this out, and then I'll come back for you. Like, that's one of those.
Yeah, we call them fuck boys.
Ah,
Yeah, you meet
okay.
their representative. Like their representative is ready, but
Mhm.
they're not ready. Because like when they
Yeah.
really feel like, hey, it's time to start working and start building and start doing
Yeah.
that. Yeah, they not ready for the job. You met their representative in the
The
interview.
representative.
Yeah.
I like the way y'all put that.
That's probably because they dealt with a lot of bullshit in the past when they meet a real woman. Honest, just some men, not all. Some men be like, damn, this girl, I ain't even ready for her. I gotta let that go. Like I don't even want to be bogus. I've heard guys say that because so used to deal with trash. You come with a woman with value, it's like, damn, I'm not even ready for this. I gotta I'll be honest.
Exactly.
But if you meet somebody, this is my thought on it, right, fellas? Like, if you meet somebody who is cool as fuck and they're understanding and they're everything that you claim you've been looking for, like, wouldn't you do everything for yourself to better yourself to keep that person in your life, especially if they bring you joy and they're not adding extra stress and extra bullshit?
You would think. I mean, but a lot of people just don't want to put the work in, man.
I mean,
That's the thing. Nobody ever wants to. They want to get that attachment, but then they don't want to work to keep the same attachment and energy and all that good stuff that comes with it, all the perks of having a good person in your life. I don't understand that.
And you gotta think about it too. Like people like will work. A lot of people just afraid to do all that work and turn out to meet the man behind the curtain, so to speak. Like you think you doing all this work for the Wizard of Oz, and you get there and it's all smoke and mirrors. So they end up changing on you. You know what I mean? Like you can be heels in, 10 toes down, and it's all about being willing to take that chance, man. You're taking a chance on it, man.
Yep.
That's more of a new generation thing, though. I mean, most people back, in their 30s and 40s, they don't think like that. That's more of a new generation.
Shit.
I'm gonna say,
The men that I've met that are my age or a little bit older, they play just as many fucking games.
Well, I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm saying the majority of them are new generation. And again, a lot of that stuff, man, is just. I mean, I hate to admit, man, that it's some people in my generation that do that. I mean, I do understand, but what I've been seeing mostly, especially when I talk to my little cousins and my little nieces, they tell me their stories of how they feel the world is, and I'm like, man, come on, man, that ain't how it is. They don't even want to accept the stuff that I'm telling them, and it's because society is telling them that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with everybody. They're paying attention to what the internet is saying that they should be with and what type of person you should have and a certain look that you need to be with. Like I said before, I say it proudly. I'm a big girl, right? I know my ass done been overlooked in life because I'm not what society proclaims to be like the perfect image. But baby, you missing out on a damn good woman because of that. And then when they get through chasing them floozies like we talked about, then they come back and they're like, well, I should have talked to you when I had the chance. Now keep it moving. I'm good. I'm good over here.
Me personally, I love me a nice little thick bone, baby. You know what I'm saying? I like having a little juice on the bone right there, man. Hey, that's why I lift weights, man. So
that's what they say, right? Men don't like bones. Dogs like bones.
Yeah. Men like meat.
That's what I'm saying. What did Brandon say? Why would we? Jay, pull that comment up, please. Why would you take the risk? Like you might mess up the relationship due to your flaws. Yeah.
Like we're never
about.
Gonna be flawless, though. So it's always a risk. Like we're never gonna be flawless, man.
No.
Never. So
it's about finding an understanding, like balance and understanding, right? Yeah. I'm a very understanding person. Communication is key. You got to know how to communicate, even in uncomfortable situations, which is what people feel. I feel is where people fall off because they don't want to have those uncomfortable conversations. But I'm willing to understand and, try to help come up with a solution if we're coming together and you got some things that are going on in your life, like if I'm gonna build with you, I have to build with you knowing that nothing is ever going to be perfect. There's always going to be something that arises. So if somebody's not willing to help build with you and help fix those issues in the beginning, what the fuck you think's going to happen when y'all are 2 years in and some shit goes south? They're not going to know how to handle the situation or try to help work through it.
That is true. That is true. So pretty much, man, and like I think that I don't know how the dating game is going to be in these. Man, it's changed dramatically. Like Cole said, 1900s, and I don't know what the fuck we call these people today because they different, man. You're like, honestly, you'll see like guys holding doors. This is what women now are used to. Men not being gentlemen, men being assholes. Women are used to being the masculine ones in the household, running things. So that's why it's flipped. And I don't hope nobody gets offended by me saying guys go overseas, but in the United States, they kind of flip gender roles and stuff like that. And I think people leave. That's honestly something they leave to try to get what we had before. I'm saying in like 1900s, as you say, they want that shit, like the household.
Jay, you got a lot of feedback.
Because they want. You say what?
I said you were having a lot of feedback.
So Brandon says dating scene.
Damn, dating trash.
Dating scene is trash. I agree 130%. Fuck this shit.
But real talk, dating ain't even dating no more. It's apping. That's what I call it because you go on apps to get somebody. Yeah, you apping. You know what I'm saying?
You're meeting their representative, like Ross Life said. Jason said bigger is better. That's what the Samoans say. Okay, Jason.
Yeah, all right, Jason. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Sure.
Yeah. This dating scene is trash. I agree with Brandon 100%.
Hey, so bottom line, man, I want to thank Cole Ross Life, man, for coming on to this podcast, man. It's been pretty dope. We gotta definitely do this again because we can go all night living this shit. So we'll need some more women over here to help Jake. I want a woman over here that has a different opinion that she can persuade and I want to see what perspective she comes from.
Why you don't like my perspective? Because I'm a '90s woman and I want real love in my motherfucking life.
I want to hear what these goddamn 2000 babies got to say. And
oh my God,
I don't think I want to listen to that bullshit.
I'm with you. I don't want to hear that shit either.
I don't think I want to listen to that bullshit because that ain't real. That is a representative of the life that they're living, and it's trash, and I don't want to hear it.
we gotta let them speak. We gotta let them speak and have a floor.
Brandon said, "Don't do it." What did Jason say? What was his last comment?
He said, "Don't do it. Don't do it."
I believe chivalry is dead because women want to talk like men, act like men, all while being treated like a princess, and that's just insane to me. There are some women like that. I've seen that shit on social media myself.
Yeah, that's
a lot of
weird.
women like that.
Yeah. Weird.
Jessica said it is not worth it, honey. That's my best friend right there. Me and her done had some conversations. Let me tell you, this dating shit is for the birds.
See some podcasts, they have these women on here and they think pretty weird. So I mean, we're gonna. Brandon said a little talk. If we can,
he said, "Hell no."
Let them 2000 babies talk. Hell no.
Look, we got to return the favor, man. Get y'all on our show, and do it again, man. But yeah, straight up, it's really been a pleasure, man. I appreciate y'all having us on.
I just want to say thank you real quick to the folks who've checked in from TikTok, Brandon, Jason. We missed one of the comments earlier, the Alex family. Jay, you're always talking about your poly life, right? The Alex family, every time they see me on TikTok live, him and his wife be trying to recruit your girl. Well, they checked in a minute ago. Yeah, I'm like, at this point, shit, I'll be a fucking second wife. Can we all sleep together and cuddle though? Because like I'm a big affectionate person. So no, I'm just playing. I only want one person in my life, but
Nah, you already told him even to Alex. Okay, we got the recruitment going on. It's down.
We joke all the time. Earlier, before we came on, I was TikTok live and talking about coming on the podcast, and they were in there, and they said something about coming to get me, and I was like, "Please, I'm tired. A bitch is ready to just throw in the towel. Come take me already."
Well, I told you, in this market day and age, United States of America, women are going to have to start sharing. So poly is going to be the norm in the future.
Nah, fuck that. I want to be slutted out by one person. I
Yeah,
ain't squaring
women.
nobody.
Team up like Scotty and Mike, and you're going to play for one coach.
Uh-huh. You see Jason's last comment, right?
I throw a wig on the boom board, and I'll be the next woman on there to help her out.
He's a character, man. He comes to my live and chats with us all the time. He is a character.
Hey,
But-
definitely.
Gentlemen, thank y'all so much. Ross Life, I'm glad you reached out about coming on. Cole, it was good having you on. Everybody from TikTok who has come over and followed and subscribed, I appreciate the love 100%.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. It's been a blast, man.
Gold mine, life grind. Peace
Life
out.
grind, baby. Peak 22. Stay tuned for 50 Shades of J. It's coming. It's coming.
Peace out, y'all. Good night.